Early morning coffee's brewing me strong. Got my headphones on, hope nothing goes wrong. News and tips coming through the stream. Productivity, high chasing that dream. In the distance, buzz lighting up the sky. New trends rising, can't let them pass by. Personality development, that's the key. Unlocking doors to where you wanna be. Turn it up, yeah, elevate the airwaves. Feel the vibe, let it brighten up your days. On the ride, keeping thoughts light and free. It's the VA radio where you wanna be. Turn it up, yeah, elevate the airwaves. Feel the vibe, let it brighten up your days. On the ride, keeping thoughts light and free. It's the VA radio where you wanna be. Midday slump, don't let it creep. Sage advice for dreams you wanna keep. Interviews with the pros on the rise, helping you to see through clearer eyes. Inspiration flowing through the wire. Words that lift you, taking you higher. Tune and listen, it's a daily routine, where the VA radio boosting your scene. Turn it up, yeah, elevate the airwaves. Feel the vibe, let it brighten up your days. On the ride, keeping thoughts light and free. It's the VA radio where you wanna be. Turn it up, yeah, elevate the airwaves. Feel the vibe, let it brighten up your days. On the ride, keeping thoughts light and free. It's the VA radio where you wanna be. Coffee's brewing strong. Got my headphones on, hope nothing goes wrong. With the VA radio boosting your scene. It's the VA radio where you wanna be. VA radio where you wanna be.
The Engineer Meets the VA is a segment where an engineer transitions into the virtual assistant VA role, sharing experiences and addressing common questions faced by aspiring VAs. During this discussion, the engineer connects with an experienced VA who has been in the field for 8 years. The seasoned VA provides valuable insights, tips, and guidance on how to successfully start a VA career, land a job, and excel in the industry.
Now, let's turn it over to our hosts, the engineer and the seasoned VA.
For tonight, okay, again. Hi everyone, good evening guys. Welcome to the season 2 of The Engineer Meets the VA. So for tonight, unfortunately, hindi po natin makakasama si John or si Tope. Magso-solo flight ako tonight dahil meron silang kailangang mga gawin. Well, adulting is real. Pauwi pa lang kasi si John sa kanila and then si Tope is my gig, yung partner ko nung last. So, for tonight, we will just like make this episode really exciting. We will be going over sa pinakaisa sa lagi naming nakukuha sa page na question. Like tips kung paano mag-prepare sa interview. So alam naman natin guys na when it comes to interviews, laging ito yung isa sa mga struggle ng mga virtual assistant, whether seasoned or aspiring ka pa lang. Ang hirap po kasi mag-prepare minsan sa interview, mas lalo at wala tayo nung isang bagay na tinatawag natin, which is yung letter C. And that is the confidence. So this episode, for season 2, we will be going over, sabihin na natin, 10, 8, or 10. 10 tips on what or how to prepare for your interview as a virtual assistant. Honestly, this can work kahit na anong industry, mapa virtual assistant ka man, nasa corporate man, but this is really good, especially in this digital world. So, wag na nating patagalin. Kamusta ang ating mga weekend? So, feel free guys to share this live para at least makapagbigay tayo ng information. We also shared it sa ating pages, pero feel free to share it. Sabi nga nila, sharing is caring. So, please do share the live. Okay. So, hindi ko na papatagalin para at least lahat tayo is makapag-go on, move on sa ating Monday, especially sa mga kasama kong virtual assistant. Mondays are like start of the week. Yun yung halos magka-catch up ka from last week. Magi-start ka, gagawa ka ng strategy. So, I'm an executive VA and social media manager, just for the information of everyone. So, I've been a virtual assistant for 8 years. So, these tips are from my experiences and of course, from some research, sabihin na natin. Pero this is mostly from the experiences that I had. So, number 1, pinaka-importante, let's do research. So it's best to research about the client and the business. When we say research about the client and the business, usually naman meron talaga sa job description kung ano yung industry nila. That's why it's very important to go over the job description, which I call the JD, to go over yung post at kung ano yung mga important details na kailangan yung i-consider when you are sending an application. So research about the client and the business. How? Number 1, check out their website. Usually kapag ka direct client naman, sinasabi talaga nila yung business nila. Or kung walang naka-post dun sa job description, job hiring, kung ano yung work, ano yung company, it's okay like to ask questions to start engaging. Like ask questions, usually kasi sa mga Facebook groups na meron ako. Ang sinasabi lang nila, we are looking for a virtual assistant which will help us with email, calendar, mga ganon. Pag wala yung industry, which is very important, you can ask, like, hi, I'm interested to be your virtual assistant. I am a virtual assistant for blah, blah years. These are my experiences. May I know your line of industry or may I know your business industry? So you could always ask questions. So you could do your research prior to the interview. So check their website, social media pages. Usually kapag established na ang business, nasa LinkedIn po sila. And of course, understand the business and the process itself. Hindi naman pwede na nag-research ka lang para masabi mo sa client na nag-research ka. Try to really understand what the business is all about. Ibang-iba pa rin kasi yung may alam ka sa business. That's why ako mismo na virtual assistant, I started way back taking on clients with different industries. Pero honestly, as the years passed by or went by, nag-niche down ako. When we say niche down, it doesn't mean na bumaba ako from a position. So, as an executive VA and SMM myself, nag-niche down ako to the point na dati lahat ng client kung kaya kinukuha ko. Nag-focus ako sa 3 industry. Beauty industry, the real estate, and life coaches, mga female coaches. Yan usually yung mga kinukuha ko. Beauty industry, real estate, and mga female coaches. So, real estate can have entrepreneur. Iba pa rin kasi yung alam mo yung business. Pero syempre, pag nagsisimula ka, talagang andun yung yung magta-try out ka ng different industries. Pero yun yung tip ko, kapag ka nafe-feel mong parang overwhelming na, nag-niche down talaga ako. So, research about the business. Number 2, know the pain points and of course, the needs of the business. Ito yung mga pwede nyong itanong during your interview with them, like ano yung challenges nila. Pain points can be termed as like the challenges of the business. Ano yung parang tingin nyo is kailangan nila? For example, sinabi nila sa job description, kailangan namin ng katulong sa email management, calendar management. You know that one of their challenge is organization. Why do you need to know it? You need to know their pain points and needs for you to prepare how to discuss your skills in order for you to solve or help with these challenges. 'Di ba? Ang hirap alamin pero ito yung mga ako sa line ko as an executive VA. Kailangan mo kasi talagang maging proactive sa client. Kailangan mapakita mo sa kanila na andun ka to help them. Kaya talagang unang-unang tinatanong ko kapagka interview, especially with a direct client, I always ask them the challenges of the business. What are the expectations, kumbaga? So, pain points. Kahit naman sa kahit anong work, kahit sa relationship, kailangan mo alamin yung pain points ng partner mo. Kasi kapag VA ka, actually, VA for me, being a virtual assistant for me is not just purely work. It's a business kasi. So, you need to really invest on your skills. You need to really like learn skills para alam mo kung paano mo siya i-offer sa clients. Kapag agency, na-try ko din kasing magpa-interview sa mga agency, pero honestly like 1, 2 agencies nag-gear up na talaga ako sa direct clients. Pero yung iba kasi is mas secured sila sa agency. You could always ask the interviewer kung anong business industry. Ano yung talagang kailangan nila. Tinatanong ko din naman 'yan sa mga agency na nag-i-interview sa akin. Mas nagiging confident pa sila minsan na ikaw yung parang ipu-push nila. Kasi ang mga agency nagiging strict sila, honestly nagiging strict sila dahil siyempre yung ibibigay nilang VA sa client should really like reflect or parang ma-impress yung client sa agency nila. Additional points sa kanila 'yun. Kaya hindi natin sila masisisi na talagang istrikto sila most of the time kasi ang hirap pong maghanap ng VA na nagwo-work with integrity, na proactive, na totoo yung skills. Kasi mas lalo ngayon ang dami na po talagang nagfi-fake ng portfolio. Okay, so number 3 would be review the job description. The job description and expectations. So, parang halos magkaka-connect lang itong tips natin. Ine-elaborate ko lang para magkaroon kayo ng talagang full overview kung ano yung kailangan yung ihanda prior to your interview. So, review the job description and expectations. These expectations, pwede mong i-ask during the interview with the client. Like, ask them, what are your expectations sa akin? What are your expectations sa position na to? I always ask that sa client. Kasi yun din yung parang nagiging strategy ko kung paano ako manghihingi ng salary increase in the future. Like, I should be able like to meet the expectations of the client. In order for me to know, and in order for me to know kung paano ma-meet yung expectation ni clients, I need to ask the client. So of course, be clear on the expectations, be clear on the task, especially sa interview pa lang. Okay, kahit sa first day of work, be clear on the expectations kasi may onboarding naman yan usually. Like i-walk through nila kayo sa mga processes ng company nila. Be clear on the expectations, be clear on the task, and if unclear, prepare to ask specific questions. When you are prepared kasi, or parang pati kayo nagtatanong, that gives the idea help and like really an idea na sasabihin nilang, parang that gives the client like help and an idea na sasabihin nila, oh, tong VA na to, talagang proactive siya, willing siya, maganda yung approach niya, talagang alam niya kung anong ginagawa niya. Kahit naman wala kayong experience, kung prepared kayo. Actually kasi kailangan yung aralin yung sinasabi nilang negotiation skills. It's a skill, honestly. Para alam mo kung paano makipag-negotiate kay client. And of course, build your confidence talaga. Kasi sometimes nasa utak mo lang pero hindi mo alam kung tama mo ba siyang gawin, tama bang tanungin. Sometimes you just have to learn about boosting your confidence and negotiation skills. Huwag kayo panay technical skills. That's why honestly, in our academy, kung asan man ako nagtuturo, talagang iyan ang isa sa mga tinuturo ko. Kasi sometimes, ang dami kong na-encounter na student, ang gaganda naman ng portfolio nila, ang gagaling naman ng skill nila, ang ganda naman ng background nila. At yun, na-figure out namin na ang lacking lang talaga nila is yung confidence kung paano nila ipe-present itong skill na 'to. Yarn. So, number 4, of course, when you already have like the research, you know their challenges, you are able like to review the job description and set the proper expectation, you would be able to do the number 4. Demonstrate your proficiency. Like ando na tayo sa part na ito yung where you will be able to at least, okay, ito na, alam na natin lahat, ito, alam na natin yung 1, 2, 3. Ito yung kaya kong gawin para sa company. It sounds overwhelming, honestly. Like kailangan mo ng super duper confidence dito. By the way, guys, as I am discussing, do not focus too much. Pwede po tayong mag-ask ng questions sa comment box para at least sa comment section. Pag pwede tayong mag-ask ng section, pwede tayong mag-ask ng questions sa comment section para at least mamaya pwede po natin siyang sagutin isa-isa. That's how you learn. You try to engage kung sino yung parang nagtuturo, whether it's me or the other coaches or the other host na nag-live, always try to engage with us para at least we know how to help you. Kasi itong platform ng The VA Radio, ito honestly, ang isang goal namin is to really teach, really uncover kung ano yung talagang freelancing, virtual assistant. And syempre, para at least alam namin kung ano yung mga proper topics na i-discuss ng each host, i-share nila, para makatambay kayo always dito, ask questions. You can always reach out to the page for questions para at least ma-raffle nila or ma-shuffle lang nila, ma-save nila somewhere para at least masagot namin in the next episodes. Kung sino man yung parang coach na nakaline dun sa mga questions na yun. Okay, so guys, demonstrate your proficiency. Yes, I know this can be overwhelming to prepare, pero if you are able like to master these 10 tips, I assure you, you will impress the client. Pero yes, it would not be like as easy as it is, as it sounds. Kailangan nyo talaga ng practice. Kailangan nyo mag-practice through Zoom, through Loom, mag-video recording. I know that, eto, naging struggle ko din to. I know that most of us had the struggle like to do a 1-minute video recording introduction about ourselves. At ang way lang naman para ma-master nyo siya is to really practice. Keep on practicing. As I told you, honestly, marami akong kailangan ayusin dun sa accent ko from before. Dati very plain, dati very unconfident. Hindi talaga siya confident na hindi ako gano'n ka-confident. Tapos nag-aral talaga ako ng accent reduction, nag-aral ako kung paano i-pronounce ang per letter, mga gano'n. Kaya may mga ano pa rin, there will always be like mabubulol ka, meron yung parang maro-wrong gramming ka, ba? Wrong gramming, perfect. Pwede kang ma-wrong grammar, pwedeng nandun yung iba yung pagkaka-pronounce mo sa word, pero at least we are learning. Rejection kasi will always not mean na hindi ka para sa ganitong industry. Sometimes rejection can be redirection. At nasa sayo lang naman yun kung paano mo siya i-build up. So yes, demonstrate your proficiency. Balik tayo. Shinare ko lang naman ng very, very light kung ano yung parang, kasi alam ko na parang, shucks, ang hirap naman pala. Andun yung mga ganong impression eh. Ang hirap naman pala mag-prepare sa interview. Wala naman pong bagay na madali. Ganun, di ba? Simulan natin ang Monday sa mga inspirational, motivational quotes. Wala namang bagay na madali. So, 1, 2, 3, 1, research, 2, challenges, 3, job description expectation, 4 would be demonstrating your proficiency na. Parang application siya. So, here are how we can solve your, here are my skills, parang ganun siya. That's why it's very important for you to have portfolio. Kahit na sinasabi ng iba na hindi naman kailangan ng portfolio, which is true, kung kaya mong i-discuss confidently kung ano yung mga kaya mong gawin para sa company. Pero sometimes kasi, nandun yung may portfolio ka para may guide ka. So if you see me like looking here, looking there, well, meron po kasi tayong another screen here and another screen here. Titignan ko lang kayo isa-isa. Wow. Alam mo, lumulusot yung mata ko talaga sa monitor, no? So, andun na yung demonstrating your proficiency. How? And this would be a tip number 5. Ito lang naman is for preparation. Of course, paano pag tinanong ni client? So, paano mo 'to masasabi na paano mo mapapatunayan na alam mo? You need to do the number 5. Prepare samples of your past work. Eh, paano po 'pag wala naman akong past work as a virtual assistant? You can envision things. For example, kapag social media ang niche mo, what if you try to, for example, manage a coffee shop or something? Ano yung mga bagay na kakailanganin mong gawin? Ano yung mga bagay na gagawin mo as a social media manager? Mag-edit ka ng mga sample graphics nila. Gawa ka ng mga caption, ng mga hashtag, ng strategy. Paano kapag executive assistant? Kasi hindi na umuubra masyado yung, sorry, but I signed a non-disclosure agreement. Hindi ko pwedeng i-share from previous client kung ano yung mga naging trabaho ko. Hindi na po gano'n umuubra yun. Magagaling na din po yung mga client and agency ngayon. Alam nila na yung gano'ng strategy is strategy pa namin yan way, way back years. Hindi na po gano'n kaubra ang gano'ng strategy, guys. I'm telling you. So, always prepare a portfolio para lang meron kang backup or proof, kumbaga. So, prepare sample pass. Pwede ka nga mag-envision. Paano pag admin VA, executive VA, general VA? Gawa ka ng calendar management. You putting yourself as an executive assistant of a sample business, ABC company. Ganun siya. Tapos maglagay kayo ng industry ng ABC company, what the company is all about. Tapos yung calendar management, yung parang 8 to 5 a.m. or a 1 week or a week na Monday to Friday, ito yung ginagawa ko as an executive assistant. Ito yung calendar, kumbaga. So, you could always create a portfolio. Hindi po rason. Hindi po reason na wala tayong experience. Kaya nga it's a process to be a virtual assistant. Kung gusto nyong mag-start strong at kung gusto nyong maging matagal, gusto nyong magtagal sa ganitong industry. Hindi yung, I usually get these messages sa page namin. Kasi we are an academy, online tutorial service. So, we are partnering with the VA Radio to give you like free tips, free sample. So, I usually get this message sa page. Hi po, hiring po ba kayo? Currently, nag-work po ako sa BPO. Currently, nag-work po ako sa office. Currently, may past work na po ako. Naghahanap lang po ako ng work. That's now how you get a client. You do research. Kahit sa mga agency, you don't like just reach out to them and say, hiring po ba kayo? Kailangan mong i-check yung mga job board nila. You need to do your research. So, prepare samples of your past work and portfolio. And number 6, always be ready to discuss communication and availability. Andun na, minsan, mostly naman sa job description. Nandun yung kung paano kung ano yung oras ng work, kung ilang oras siya weekly, kung ilang oras siya, parang ano yung expected ng client mo na available ka. Pero always be ready to discuss the availability. Like, just confirm with the client if this is like a 40-hour position every week or up to 40 hours. And then next would be communication. Saan ba yung best to communicate with the client? Is it through email? So maybe this is also like, sorry, medyo kakagaling talaga natin sa pagpapaos. So, pero ito yung best way for you, like, how do I get like feedback from this interview? Where is the best platform or communication channel to like do a follow-up? Would it be Slack, WhatsApp, email? Kaya nga lagi naming ine-encourage kayo na i-optimize nyo yung mga online portfolio nyo like LinkedIn, Upwork, online jobs, Indeed. Kasi always and always, give the client options. Hindi pwedeng yung client ang mag-adjust sa inyo. Kasi ikaw nga yung magsusupport sa kanila. They are needing your services, so be proactive enough. So be ready, clarify your working hours, and of course, how should you respond to them? Deadlines usually, like setting expectation, usually parang within 24 to 48 hours ba ang kanilang, sorry, give me one moment. Okay. So clarify your working hours, setting deadlines, how many hours usually ang turnover ng task sa kanila? Is it 24 hours? 48 hours? Ganon. Pag binigay sa'yo yung task, usually ba, pero syempre, may mga bagay naman na 1 hour. Parang pagkabigay nila sa'yo, kailangan mong ibigay agad within the day. Pero trust me, if the company is built out enough, like talagang ano siya, ako usually get this. Mga clients ko kasi 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Kapagka built out na sila, in place at ano, sabihin na natin stable yung business nila, halos 'di kayo mag-usap nung client. Kaya ikaw dapat yung proactive na gumagawa ng list. Ito yung mga natapos ko, ito yung mga kailangan mong i-check, ito yung mga puwede nating gawin for the company. Yon ako ha, based from my experience, halos gano'n. They don't even like give me task already kasi ako na yung naghahanap minsan ng task ko dun sa company. Siyempre as an executive VA and social media manager, social media strategist, ako yung kailangan nila na maging proactive. Kasi tulad nga ng sasabihin ko, hindi naman 'to parang job talaga, hindi naman talaga siya job, eh. Usually, it's more of like a business na dapat ready and prepared ka to be of a service kay client. So, be ready to discuss communication and availability. And next, practice answering common questions. Siyempre may mga question na depende dun sa company. Pero usually, may mga question din na parang common. Hindi man ganun yung exact wording, pero nandun at nandun yung matatouch yung point na yun. Or pwede mong i-practice tong common questions na 'to para 'pag tinanong ka ng, "Tell me about yourself," or, "Can you tell us about yourself?" Matatanong niyo siya ng I mean ito yung parang nagiging guide question niyo. You don't say, "Hi, I'm Remy. I'm a mother of 2. I live in Keme. I'm blah blah years old." Hindi po yun yung mga gusto nilang marinig sa question na, "Tell me about yourself." It's more or less about your work experiences. It's good to like share your personal, pero syempre, most of the time, ang kailangan naman nilang malaman is yung about your work experience. So, practice answering common questions. Sabi ko nga, pwede kayong mag-record sa Loom, sa Zoom, or honestly, you could also like search for a voice recording lang kung ayaw nyo ng may camera to start with. Pero syempre, alam naman natin na ang mga interviews usually is with camera. Kaya you should always practice speaking in front of a camera. Honestly, isa sa mga reason kung bakit talaga kami nakikipag-partner sa The VA Radio, yung academy, and sa mga agency, is of course, ako mismo ha, as a VA myself, virtual assistant myself, I don't stop learning. So, andun pa rin yung dapat bini-build up ko yung public speaking skills ko, negotiation skills ko, yung right wording sa dapat ginagamit ko kapag nakikipag-usap kay client. You don't just say, "Did you already process my pay? How much do I get paid?" Parang ang dami-dami mong pinapagawa sa akin. You don't say na parang very plain na ganyan. You could always do positive scripting. You could always use professional approach. Kahit na very casual na si client, andun at nandun pa rin yung boundary that they are availing your service. Pero most of the time din naman kasi yung mga client ko andun na talaga yung joke part. Pero ako pa rin talaga yung minsan is nagse-set pa rin ng professionalism between us. Para naman hindi masyadong ma-feel ni client na masyado na akong or parang actually ako para hindi ako masyadong ma-relax sa kanila. Na ma-feel at ease masyado. Andun pa rin yung 'pag nagme-meeting kami, nag-aayos ako kahit sa taas lang naman talaga tapos sa baba naka-pajama. Gano'n naman po talaga kasi hindi ka naman magti-360 full body na meeting kay client. Sa taas-taas lang ang ating na 'yan, ating porma gano'n. Pero sa baba, shorts, minsan pajama, pangtulog gano'n. Ta's pagkatapos ng meeting, palit agad. So ayun guys, practice answering common questions. Magbibigay ako. How do you prioritize task for a busy executive? Ito kasi usually sa executive VA. Tell me about yourself. How do you learn best? So, how do you learn best is kung syempre curious yung client sa'yo. Paano ka ba mas natututo? For example, may mga task kaming binibigay na hindi mo gano'n talaga ma-gets yung instruction. Kasi may mga client na magulo din talaga magbigay ng instruction. How do you learn best? Ako talaga, honestly, for me, I learn best if the client is like really showing me how to do it instead of like giving me instruction. Though, minsan kapag simple yung task, pwede lang naman na magbigay siya ng instruction. Pero for example, sa system ng ano nila, ng business, kahit na itutok lang niya yung camera sa screen, tapos this is how you do this and do this, okay na ako dun because I'm a more of a visual person. So, how do you learn best? How do you handle confidential information? And then, can you like describe a time when you solve a problem independently? Ganun naman usually yung mga tanong nila. Why do you want to work with us? So try to practice answering these common questions. Like kasi sa tell me about yourself or like how do you handle confidential information? Wag naman masyadong mahaba. Wag tayong pasikot-sikot. Try just to go ahead and answer the question 1 to 2 sentences, 1 to 3 sentences. Actually ako 3 to 4 sentences yung tell me about yourself or minsan one paragraph like 5 to 7 sentences. Andun na yung about me, about my services, what I research sa company, and then just like confirm ano yung mga kailangan nyo pang malaman, ganun. Ganun usually yung mga tanong ko or parang introduction ko kay client. Okay, number 8. What are your biggest challenge when you are working with a virtual assistant in the past? So, I know that, minsan yun talaga ako tinatanong ko 'to kay client. Ano yung parang mga naging challenge niyo when you are working with a VA? For me to know kung meron ba. Hindi ko naman parang ina-assume agad na may problem sila sa mga working with VAs in the past. For me to know if meron ba. For me to know if meron ba akong kailangang i-improve or i-make sure na, okay, ito yung mga ayaw ni client. Mostly naman na nagiging challenge nila is communication. Kasi unfortunately, ang dami po sa atin, kababayan natin, sabihin ko na Filipino, Filipina VA, ang hilig mag-ghost ng client dahil bigla silang nabigla sa task. Yun yung problem kapagka nagfi-fake it till you make it ka ng malala. Oo, kaya kong gawin 'yan. Tapos nung pagpasok na, ang hirap pala, ang bigat pala, ang dami pala. Tapos parang ending, hindi mo alam kung paano mo sasabihin kay client na hindi mo talaga alam, igo-ghost mo na lang si client. So always ask, what are the biggest challenge when they work with a VA with the past or if there are any challenges working with a virtual assistant in the past. Pag tinanong ng client, what's your parang reason of asking? Just for me like to prepare and work on the things from my end. Para lang alam mo if there is. Pero pag sabi naman, no, I actually love working with Filipino VAs, with Filipina VAs. They're really good, proactive, kemerut. Sasabihin mo lang na, "I'm so glad to hear about that." Gano'n lang. Parang i-acknowledge mo lang sila. Okay, so may last 2 tayo, but I will give a recap for the 1 to 8 para at least makahabol tayo. So number 1, research. Number 2, know their challenges. Number 3, reviewing their job description and expectation. Number 4, demonstrating your proficiency. Number 5, prepare samples of your past work or portfolio na related sa proficiency mo. That's why it's very important to prepare even like a 5 to 10 pages portfolio. Number 6, be ready to discuss communication and availability. Number 7, practicing how to answer common questions. And number 8 would be like knowing their challenges from the previous VA that they work with, or if there is any challenge that they experienced from the past virtual assistants that they had. Pero kung ito yung first time nila, siyempre yun na kailangang tanungin. Parang doon lang tayo sa expectations nila usually. And of course, number 9. Ito, mahirap din to kung paano gagawin. This has been my challenge ever since. Before, parang ito yung pinakamatagal na naging challenge ko so far. Have a clear pricing and contract structure. So, paano ba? Ang hirap din kasi, magkano ba talaga ang i-charge mo sa ganitong client? Magkano ba? Magkano ba dapat ang hingin kapag ito yung hinihingi nila? Magkano ba? That's why it's very important to learn negotiation skills. Para alam mo kung paano i-negotiate yung skill mo. At alam mo kung paano i-assess yung company. And contract is very important. Or agreement. Independent agreement. Independent contractor agreement is very important. Though alam natin na may mga client din na biglang nanggo-ghost, pero at least you have like a contract. At mahirap silang habulin, yes, pero you could just actually file sa IRS. Like, reach out to the IRS ng US. Then just like try to send them your concern. And ito yung naging contract namin. Parang just checking on this business. And sa contract, mostly kasi sa independent contractor agreement na ginagawa ko, nandun talaga yung address ni client. Or kahit business address. Just in case in the future may mangyaring hindi ka nais-nais, medyo may habol tayo sa address nila. And lastly, when you are able like to have or prepare these 9 tips, it's already like solving the number 10 tips. Pero you could still always show this number 10 sa ibang mga bagay. So what's number 10? It's showing initiative and problem-solving skills. Pero honestly kasi yun nga, pag na-prepare mo na tong 1 to 9, ayun na, andun na yung initiative. Initiative na willing ka talaga makipag-work kay client. Andun na yung initiative na willing kang isolve yung mga problems or challenges ng company. Andun na yung parang sample na you have the problem-solving skill, which every niche should have. Especially sa executive VAs, especially kapag SMM ka, naging cold caller din ako dati at nandun dapat lagi yung problem-solving skill for you to help lead the client, nurture the clients of the company you're working with. So, ayun. So, those are like mostly the 10 tips that I usually prepare kapag may interview ako. I really read about the company. I really read about the challenges, possible challenges. Andun naman siya usually sa job description. Kapag wala, prior to the interview, I ask them. Pero kapag sinabi na we can just discuss during the interview, I try to really prepare. Kahit nakabado malala. Baka iba yung matanong nila, hindi ko masagot. At ang masasabi ko lang always, guys, is practice makes perfect. Hindi nyo naman siya mape-perfect overnight. Just try and try to really do some self-interview, practice answering the common questions, facing in a mirror, building out your confidence. Yun. Ganun talaga siya. So, having a really the right support system could help in building out the confidence. So, any questions so far? Let's try to check if may question po tayo sa comment section. Wag po tayong mahihiyang magtanong. Kasi syempre, yun yung way para matuto ka is magtatanong ka talaga. So while waiting for the question, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Charot. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce my course while waiting for the questions. But I already got some 2 questions via PM. So I am offering an executive virtual assistant self-paced course. Ongoing po ang recording. The reason is nakorap po yung mga dating ni-record natin. So we have like to re-record some of the videos. And of course, I'm a virtual assistant myself. Minsan sinisingit-singit na lang natin yung pagre-record. But yeah, we already have like 10 lessons so far. My goal is to really make it to 20 or 15 at least. We have sample portfolio, bonuses like cold calling courses from the past. That's only for 250 pesos. You get like a year access already sa portal. So it's not just, hindi lang siya hindi lang po siya basta-bastang drives, parang Google Drive na i-access nyo yung link. You will have your own logins. It's only for like really 250 pesos. This is for us like to maintain the website, run ads, then syempre pay the team members na nag-a-assist sa atin dun sa page. Kasi hindi naman ako laging available. And I have upcoming training with OJT for only 1,299 until 1,499 pesos. Executive VA ang mostly kinikater ko. So we will have like 10 session 10-hour session, 5 sessions so far, activities, and dun sa OJT, makakapag-build talaga kayo ng portfolio. So, you will be working under an agency, under a client, or maybe under me, pero through a client din, na sa akin lang nila inuutos. The fee is, yes, only for 1,299 pesos. Also, that's something to like really keep us going. Kasi lahat na po ng tools ngayon may bayad. So, limited slots always sa OJT. Almost every 3 weeks ang interval ng batch per batch para magkaroon pa ako ng 10-hour session sa kanila and mabigay ko pa yung task. Pero kahit naka-OJT na kayo ng 80 hours dun kay client or dun sa agency, magkakaroon pa rin tayo ng weekly na check-in. Meron pong community. Yun lang. So, we're trying to really give the affordable courses that we can. And the VA Radio is also like trying or doing their best to partner up with different coaches, different agencies para po makapagbigay ng mga free resources or mga resources na affordable lang. So also, meron akong nakita na nag-start po si Ray ng kanyang free GHL training. You could search him up, Ray Teves. Pwedeng-pwede kayong kumuha sa kanya. So, GHL is para siyang website. Ando na din yung email marketing and all. Very helpful po yung tool na to. Actually, siya din ang introduce sa akin dun sa website natin ngayon. Though I also already do website dev, pero more on WordPress ako Kajabi. Halos pareho siya kay JHL pero maganda si JHL kasi halos all-in-one siya at mura lang. So, madami pong ino-offer ang VA Radio, other coaches sa academy namin. Kailangan nyo lang naman din talagang mag-commit ng time. Yun. So, nakita ko kasi na pinost talaga ni Ray. Kaya sabi ko, wow, free training. Pero syempre guys, in order for you like, for us like to have this training, keep going. Kailangan lang naman namin yung isang bagay lang ang kailangan namin. Support. Yun lang naman yung hindi mababayaran na pwede nyong ibigay sa amin is the support. Okay, so I'll answer like 2 questions na PM. sa akin, or ito actually yung mga gustong tanungin ng mga estudyante kasi nasabi ko nga sa kanila na I will have this session kay VA Radio and then I will talk about the interview tips. Sabi nila, paano daw mag-build ng confidence? Guys, another hour ba to? Charot. Hindi. Building confidence, I will just answer that like very summarized lang. When building confidence, it always start with you. Kapag kasi yung confidence mo ang na-build, hindi ka lang magiging confident sa interview, kundi pati sa mga ibang bagay na gagawin mo sa iyong life. So when you try to start building your confidence, always try to start working on yourself. Ano ba yung sa tingin mo reason kung bakit? Identify the reasons bakit wala kang confidence. Would it be your looks? I mean, yung way of like hindi ka ganun ka-confident humarap sa camera kasi feeling mo ang haggard mo. Try mo lang isipin na maganda ka pag ganun. Ganda ka, gwapo ka. Try to start with yourself. Try to identify the triggers of your confidence. Number 2 would be working on yourself. Try to treat yourself better. Don't wait for other person or like other people to do it for you. Ikaw mismo sa sarili mo, treat yourself better. That's lastly, of course, always practice smiling. And always practice lang naman sa harap ng mirror. Kasi hindi naman talaga siya magiging madali. You just need consistency. So try practicing always. Harap ng mirror, practice smiling. It really gives like a different connotation or like how to convey things that you are saying when you are smiling and you are not. Mafe-feel kasi yan kahit na naka-phone call lang. Pag nakangiti ka or hindi. So yun lang guys. Practice lang talaga. And always start with yourself. Yun lang naman. So that's the easiest way for me like to start. Hindi naman easiest, pero I mean the summary kung paano ka magbi-build ng confidence mo sa sarili mo. Always start with you. So again, thank you so much for supporting us and always for joining us on this episode. Once again, this is the Engineer Meets the VA, the season VA Me, and we are doing our bi-weekly episode first and last Monday of the month. Alam natin na medyo na delay lang kasi ang daming shuffle, ang daming nagka-problema. And so I'm just recovering talaga. If you could naman feel the voice. Kaya kanina pa ako ubo ng ubo, pero yeah, we're trying our best. So number 1 lang talaga na kailangan namin is support. So thank you so much again for tuning in and for joining me on this episode. And see you on our next episode.
That's a wrap for today with the engineer and the experienced VA. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time for more insights and inspiration.